Now, as far as his articulation goes, his head can move side to side. It can't move up and down too much because of its sculpting, but you can kind of forgive that. His shoulders have a good range of articulation as well, being on this ball joint, and there's no extra kibble to get in the way, so you can get him into some pretty good poses. Has a bicep swivel as always, along with an elbow bend. Waist articulation. Hips are on a nice ball joint as well. Thigh rotation, and a little bit of a knee bend as well. Now, sadly, my character's legs keep wanting to separate apart. I don't know if that's just the quality of plastic they used. He definitely feels kind of like a Japanese action figure, and by that, for some reason, every Japanese figure I get, their plastic just feels a little bit lighter than the stuff that I'm used to with American toys. So yeah, that's the only thing I can really compare it to. Another cool feature are the dual wielding pistols that he has. It's clear plastic that was painted silver with a little hint of red plastic right up here at the top, just to seem like they're actually two sirens, and I really like that amount of detail. Now you might be wondering, where am I going to stick the gun slash hand slash foot that these guys are known to come with? Well, thankfully they were able to create a little hole right down here under his arm, so you can actually still attach this gun right here, and he's really armed to the teeth with both pistols and Gatling gun. Now, the one downside to his robot mode is all this kibble from his vehicle mode. You can see just sitting right here on the back. You would think that it would make him a little bit back heavy, but thankfully they were able to add these little pegs right here to keep him from falling over, and he balances very nicely. There's not really much else to say about this guy in his robot mode, so let's go ahead and try to transform him into his vehicle mode. Alright, now I'm going to try to do his transformation all in one take because there is one part of it I have mixed feelings about, but I'll go over that when I get to it. First off, I'm going to take his head and rotate that around, bring his shoulders up like so, and then rotate his bicep around, and we're going to want to get this little peg right into this little slot right here. And do that for the other side as well. I'll rotate that around, get that into place. Next, we're going to take the front part of his motorcycle, flip that around, and then just snap that into place. Take his waist, move that around, and we're going to get close to this part right now. This is the thing I'm not really a big fan of, or I like it, but I don't like it. The fact that you really have to push to snap these pieces together like so. They fit really tightly together, so that means that, yeah, they're not going to come apart when this guy actually forms the arm of Defensor, but at the same time, it's such a tight fit, I'm afraid it's going to break if I try to transform him too much. So that's the only part that I have mixed feelings about. Next up, we're going to separate the legs, bring them forward and down, and fold them in on themselves like so. Get all that in there. Snap that together. And then we're going to take the wheels and we're going to try to get these to line up as best as we can. It's not always going to be perfect, and sometimes you're going to have to probably fiddle with it side to side till, there you go, to get it right into place. That's actually probably the first time those wheels have lined up that good. And if you really want to, you can take both of these guns, you can actually put them on the side like this if you really want to. Or what I think is proper is you take the little extra pegs right here, put them there, bring down his little kickstand, and there you go. Groove's now in his patrol motorcycle vehicle mode, which I really like. It's really impressive. It actually looks like you can kind of take either a G.I. Joe or some other Transformer and actually have him ride Groove right here to patrol around. Now, you can actually take the gun slash hand foot and mount it right up here at the top of Groove, right on his gas tank, if you really wanted to. And that kind of looks alright. I mean, yeah, it's a big Gatling gun and would be in the way of anyone that's going to sit on there. However, I think I prefer to actually put it right back here, just so it's kind of out of the way, and you can kind of almost pretend that it's some sort of little pouch attachment to where that's where the cop would actually store things. Just like I said with his with his robot mode, his vehicle mode is a breath of fresh air, especially with most of the repaint and retools of a lot of the Combiner Wars characters. They'll probably use this mold again and again for other future characters, but Groove's our first one right here, and he's a happy addition to the Protectobots line. Alright, now to get Groove here into the arm mode of Defensor, we're actually going to start off by taking his front part of his motorcycle, flipping that around, then we're going to bring his arms out, move them all the way down and snap them into place, and then just rotate them back around like so. Do that for this side as well. Rotate that around. Next up, we're going to take his head, put that back like so. We can bring that joint out, bring the front part of his motorcycle back up again, and just rotate it around. Last but not least, we're actually going to take the legs, separate those out, and fold them back just like we're getting them back into robot mode. Okay, get that right there. bring them back into place, rotate his hips all the way around, then just take the gun slash foot slash hand, bring the fingers out, put the thumb up, shove it into place, and there you go. He's now ready to form the arm of Defensor. Alright, now to get Groove here into his leg mode, I'm going to start off by bringing the kickstand in, then I'm going to take the front part of his motorcycle and bring that forward like so. Next, we're going to take both of the arms, separate them out, and then rotate them around and then fold them down like so. Now there's a little peg right here that's actually going to fit into a slot right here, so we're just going to want to move that down, lock that into place. Do that for right here as well. Get that in place as well. Now you're going to just want to fold this all the way up around here so you can get that joint back up. Bring his motorcycle front up here, snap it in place, then just rotate around. After that, we're going to take the foot slash hand, pop it in place, and there you go. He's now ready to form the leg of Defensor. Right, now I've taken Groove here along with the rest of the Protectobots and formed a much more accurate looking Defensor. And in my opinion, he really helps satisfy that OCD itch of mine. Every time I go back and watch the original cartoon or see photos or artwork of Defensor, Groove's always that leg component, or upon occasion the arm component as well. And Rook never really quite satisfied me combining with the rest of the characters. That's not to say that Rook here is a bad character. As a matter of fact, he's still one of my favorite characters to be sporting this mold design, and I really like the look of him. It's just I still prefer to have Groove and the original team all together. Groove is a really nice addition to this to Defensor here, and I'm really happy that I was able to pick him up.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you've seen today, please feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a comment below in the comment section. Any advice for the show will be greatly appreciated. Who knows, something you suggest may appear on the show in the future.